Hello Gemini, welcome to your January 2019 general horoscope reading with me. So happy new year. Oh my gosh Gemini, we have made it. In celebration, as you can see I have a new background. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And I'm doing something a little special and different here. Here we go Gemini. What message do you have for Geminis? Get away, old witch, they cried. You will bring us bad luck. But the old woman stood firm and declared that she alone knew where to find the maiden. Go with her, said the eldest of the heralds at last. The emperor's orders are clear that whoever knew anything of the maiden was to come at once to court. Put her in the coach and take her with us. So in this fashion, the old woman was brought to court. So off that little message, Gemini, I'm psychically getting here for you guys that you might experience here in January a situation where you have to kind of use that intellect, that sharp intellect that you Geminis have so well. You're an air sign, of course, but really exercising and using that sharp intellect that you have in the moment and using the appropriate cards, pulling those cards, that ace out of your pocket, that king of hearts, that joker, whatever is going to really best suit you in this situation. You're going to have like this, I'm getting a lot of you Geminis are going to be facing just sort of this small bump in the road or sort of challenge in January that requires kind of like this little piece, with that old woman where she was like, well, you may call me bad luck, or you may say I'm not necessarily worth it, but in all actuality, I have a card I'm going to play here. I have something you want. I have something that you didn't know that I could do, that I'm going to show you. But first, you have to do this for me. So you're going to have that kind of opportunity, Gemini, I'm getting in January, where you're going to be able to kind of maneuver through this sort of challenge, through this sort of setback or this, insult that's coming at you, Gemini. And you're going to be able to be like, oh, no. I still have a card to play. So I'm getting from that as well, that, some of you Geminis, it's like someone's wanting to almost like dispose of you, or just get rid of you from their space, but they may not necessarily fully understand that that's best for them, or that that's not best for them, I should say. And so that's why, you're put in a position here in January, Gemini, where you have to really stand up for yourself and be like, and you're going to have the opportunity to speak up like that woman did in the story and, play your cards. Maybe it's not necessarily something you want to do, something you want to lay out on the table, but you're kind of forced to anyway. That's kind of the energy here. But Gemini, without further ado, let's get some more details with the tarot and runes. So here we go. Get some more psychic messages for you. And Gemini, leave a comment below. Share with me, how are you feeling? What is going on with you Geminis? What new goals and plans do you have for the new year? All that jazz. do one more. Alrighty, Gemini. I feel like we should take off just a few here from the top. Okay, here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. I can tell you right off the bat, Gemini, some of you might be dealing with an Aquarius, especially within your community group, or in business. This showed up in the Aquarius reading. Alright, so in the first week, we have the 5 of Cups. Second week, we have the King of Cups. Third week, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And in the fourth week of January, you have Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, yay, beautiful, Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to get you some rune stones as well here, just for added clarity. Okay. Whoop. Beautiful. All right, Gemini. Let's chit chat. What is happening with you in the first week, eh? Looks like in the first week of January, some of you Geminis might be dealing with a loss. You know, maybe some old, so I shouldn't say old, some wound has come up. You know, something has really hurt your feelings here with the 5 of Cups. And then you have Ing as your clarifier. So with Ing, I'm getting here the message that this, for a lot of you Geminis, has to do with a partner. You know, a very close relationship here. So something here I'm getting at the beginning of January, there's just a lot of emotions going on. There's a really emotional conversation that came up, that's coming up. And it's just leaving you feeling a little bit at a loss. And some of you I'm getting here with Ing being in this position as well, that there's like this feeling of incomplete. Not just necessarily loss, but a feeling of incompleteness here. So if you're feeling like something within your business is just incomplete, you know, or perhaps that personal relationship that's happening for some of you where there was an emotional upset, you know, really emotional conversation or fight, you know, it's okay to take your time to grieve, you know, because that is showing up, you know, I'm not going to lie, Gemini, but this does not last long. That's, you know, that's the beauty of this card and the rest of your spread, Gemini. But there's something to be kind of learned here from this emotional upset, or, you know, this really emotional conversation that you have had, that you're having. There's something to be learned, and there's something to be gained from it. You know, you see those 2 cups behind this man, and so just try to keep an open mind when it comes to that. I know it's hard sometimes when the emotions get really high, Gemini, but your guidance and advice with this is really to try to keep an open mind at, you know, to looking and finding what that sort of key or lesson is, you know. And it's gonna, I'm getting very specifically for some of you Geminis, it's like this conversation or whatever spilled milk, you know, has happened here is really bringing up some patterns, you know, within yourself, within the relationship as a whole, that you're looking at and you're like, oh, I see that this has actually become a pattern, or that I continually do this or say this, and I don't necessarily mean to, I just do it on impulse. And so, that's really coming up. And so it's really cool because you're actually doing a massive amount of healing. And wow. And in the second week, talk about massive amount of healing. King of Cups, Gemini. Second week, you're getting like a lot of emotional stability. A lot of emotional stability. But not until you face the crisis. And I say that because we have 9 popping out here with the King of Cups. Okay, so, not until you kind of face that crisis that happens, that little emotional entanglement that happened in the first week, okay? That's the advice that Knight is really speaking of here. And there is a little bit of, with the King of Cups and Knight, in the second week, I'm getting the message for you, Gemini. You're being really asked to exercise a lot of patience, and especially when it comes to emotional matters. This Cups energy here is real for you guys in the first 2 weeks. So, it's about really incorporating that level of patience with others, within yourself. The King of Cups is really good. He's a master at handling emotional matters and being really compassionate with himself, with others. Okay? And so, the advice and encouragement here in the second week is like, hey, you're gonna get it. Whether it's through someone else or something that really just awakens in you. It could be, that new moon in Capricorn on the 5th, and then Uranus moves direct on the 6th, so there's this planetary movement that is really giving you sort of this emotional groundedness, Gemini, that is really just, but with Knight here, it is asking you, there's some situation that is asking you to be patient. And emotionally sort of patient, and to be sort of the emotionally strong one I'm getting here as well, Gemini. You're kind of being asked to be the emotionally strong person in the second week. And you will be. You'll have that emotional strength and compassion there. It's beautiful. All right, so in the third week, Gemini, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I love this card. Wheel of Fortune, man. Okay, so paired with it, you have Ansuz. So, Rune Ansuz in the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, wow, wow. I'm getting here that there are some massive messages coming to you, whether that's through email, writing, someone, sending you a video message, something you see online. There is a really important message that is making its way to you in the third week here that you definitely want to keep open ears for, okay? Because this is really giving you some prospects, especially I'm getting that relate to your business, your creativity, like your purpose here, your work purpose here on this earth. And really the reason why I say that is because moving right into the fourth week, you have the Ace of Pentacles. And see, right next to the Wheel of Fortune, bam, Ace of Pentacles just popping right up there. So, Gemini, some massive insights and answers coming to you in regards to your business, in regards to your job, in regards to the next step here with that. Some of you, I'm getting strongly here too, Gemini, if you have been wanting to get into a new job field or just simply move up in a different position at your work, starting your own business, that kind of thing. With the Wheel of Fortune and Ace of Pentacles being here, that third and especially fourth week here, you are going to be able to make it happen. There are opportunities, there are offers that are showing up here strongly. Some new opportunities for new income, new job, and you have the rune Awaz popping up underneath. Okay, Awaz is all about movement. It is all about movement. Okay, so moving jobs, but also, you know, I'm getting with this, for some of you Geminis, this could be really thinking about moving to a new space, a new home as well, okay? And the opportunity, you know, some of you Geminis might be getting that offer to move somewhere for a job, specifically. So that's really beautiful. And even simply, Gemini, in the way of like your creativity and being able to sort of just further your interests here, it's really showing up, especially in that 4th week here. Don't forget, you have the Hierophant as well. I'm getting the message that there's an Aquarius that is helping a lot, you know, that is really helping this process along a lot, especially with your creativity, your job, that area of your life. So beautiful. Lots of movement, you know, and I want to mention here too, especially I'm getting with the Wheel of Fortune being showing up here in the 3rd week. You know, something is really reaching momentum and completion. There is a completion that is going on here. You know, for some of you Geminis, if you're a writer, journalist, or something of that nature where you work in the media, especially with the full moon on the 21st in Leo, you know, there's some sort of completion that is showing up around that time. You know, maybe you're coming full circle with your project, with your story, if you're writing, and you're able to kind of just wrap it up. Or, you know, if you're a journalist, wrapping up sort of that final piece to the story that you've been waiting on. You get the insight, you get the answer. That kind of feeling and energy is there for you. So, wonderful Gemini. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we will get more details. Don't forget, in the new year here, I am doing the love challenge videos. Those will be up soon. So they're all about, you know, you're going to get more details with your love and relationship life. So those should be up soon. Watch out for those. You know, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, so you can stay in the loop and up to date. So yeah, this pretty much concludes our reading here for January. Let me just mention, Gemini, if you want to do a personal reading with me, I'm doing a very limited amount here in 2019, but my information, Etsy shop and everything is below in the descriptions box if you do want to get in contact with me and see what I have available. And Gemini, yeah, follow me on Facebook and Instagram too. All that information is below, you know, if you want to connect with me more and just get more tidbits and everything. So yeah, have a fantastic January here, Gemini, and I will see y'all in the love challenge videos for this month here soon. Take care.